Before the video begins, I want to remind you that I am Italian, so I may mispronounce some words, but I will try my best. Since Set Satin was recently published on Steam, I remember the time where the game used to be a creepypasta, directly from the dark web. I used to watch those scary games videos on YouTube. There were other games like Set Satin, The Theater for example, and other creepypasta games. Did you know these games ended up in Roblox? We already know there are a lot of horror games on Roblox, right? For example, Dress to Impress, which has become popular recently for the creepy Easter eggs. Others instead are badly made and ridiculous sometimes. This is Set Satan on Roblox. Well, the first version I found. There is a VHS filter on it that is not present in other maps. Kinda give it a more fun footage look. Like in the original Set Satan game, there isn't a specific goal. You basically just walk through corridors and get flashed with random images and sound. I don't think these are the original photos because a Libra statue? Just why? While you play, you hear different sound, loops of unknown music and a woman scream. The fifth level is the one truly inspired by Set Satin original footage. As I was saying, there is no goal. You end up in a room with a pentacle and you have to choose between two trapdoors on the floor. I chose the one on the left and ended up burned alive. If you choose to go into the trapdoor on the right, you get the good ending, and you got teleported in this room with all the creators and contributors of the map, telling you to like the game. In this second version, you start in a monochromatic room. Basically, the entire game is in black and white. In this game there are more sounds and a few Roblox models who chase you trying to kill you. The creator tried to add some more elements than the other map. While you walk, you hear this. I don't know why there are car rims here. Are they supposed to be scary? This second version of Set Satin ends up with you in a room with two creatures screaming, and the guy who was chasing you before, doing contact damage until you die. There is a coming soon note on the wall, so maybe the creator will update the experience soon. There are other versions I didn't try, besides this last one. Here the walls are more basic, or at least without a repeated texture, but there are some objects to collect. An eyeball, a tooth, and a severed arm. Yeah, like a satanic ritual or something. Once you offer these parts to a demon, the words "find me" appears on the screen, so you have to beat a labyrinth with a creature in it to finally find a well. Yeah, after you click on it, this image comes up and then a black screen, and this was the end of the game. This one last map is the one that I found more different from the original game, but you know, these are just a bunch of Roblox poorly made versions. I tried to search others, but there are not many dark web games from the past. There were creepy games, but they are just horror and not cursed or anything like that. So I started to look for other maps, based on real obscure games and analog horror creatures, since there are a lot of these things that have come out recently on YouTube.
Cause a manifestation of my being in the future. You will be asleep in bed. When you wake, you will not be able to move any part of you.
You know one of those YouTubers who creates analog horror that's really popular now? This is Dr. Nowhere. If you search his name on Roblox, you will only find a map with some random objects and creatures thrown in a room. Yeah, very disappointing. But I found a map with Courage, the Cowardly Dog. This was the consolation prize. This YouTuber created various creatures, for example, the boiled one of his most famous creature. If you search this name on Roblox, you find some maps. This one intrigued me because of the more realistic thumbnail photo. But at the end, it's just a simple room with a PNG of the boiled one that spawns kill you. Moving on the second map I found. This one is well made. The models are more realistic and there is a burger. When you interact with the TV, a short tutorial starts, explaining how and why you should not listen to the voices. Well, all I was hearing was a man heavily breathing. You cannot go outside, and once you saw this image on the television, you freeze and cannot go further in their exploration. So this map is not complete either. This one is just a city with the creature following and killing you. I managed to hide in a garbage bin and it got stuck here for a while. And you hear rain sounds, but there is no rain. In this one, you are in a house, apparently alone. Pretty nice rock though. You explore this empty house until you notice arrows on a window. So you get there, curious to see what is happening outside, and you see him. This one scared me, I have to be honest. I was playing with headphones in the dark and I didn't notice it immediately when I looked outside. Otherwise, the map is quite basic, you cannot interact with nothing, so this is the situation. Oh, in this map there is also a small Easter egg with an Xbox and the game Plant vs Zombies. This time too, I only found empty and unfinished maps. I was hoping to find more since there are many well-made horror maps on Roblox. Lacey Games is a series that imitates the old Flash games from 2005. The most famous Lacey game is Lacey's Wardrobe. You can even find it on Steam, and I found it on Roblox too. The game is basically a copy of the original, with the difference that Lacey is replaced with a Roblox model you dress up. Background concepts and sounds are directly from the original game. The scary twists here are less scary, also due to the fact that the gore scenes are replaced with basic Roblox models. In this game you have to choose an outfit to go out, at picnics or at the shopping mall, pretty like those basic fashion games for girls. But as you progress in the game, you start hearing this voice, from who it seems to be a stalker that calls you, telling you he's gonna eat you to keep you with him forever.
I can wait to meet up, Lacey. I want to. Tonight. Bye-bye.
When you choose the last outfit, Lacey starts to beg you to not make her go outside in the dark with him. If you proceed, you get a sequence of gory images of Lacey but with Roblox body parts. This results in the bad ending. I read there are various endings, but I didn't understand how to trigger them. There are also other maps. Lacey Dinner is another chapter of this saga. In the game, Lacey works at a restaurant and have to make stroganoff with baked rice and serve it to the clients. The Roblox version makes you do this dish 3 times. The ingredient PNGs are directly cut out from the original game, the clients are the same, the sound effects too. The game stops after you serve the dish to the clients, with this screen telling you that you completed your task. There is also a fandom map here and another wardrobe game there. You can find Lacey Wardrobe on Steam too, but some users are complaining that once you finish the game, you cannot restart or play it again. There are many videos that talks about this game and how it explores traumas and abuse. Intrigued by the title, I decided to try this other map. This is the Severance. You wake up in your room with one task: eat. From the beginning of the game, you immediately notice that there is something strange. In fact, you found this photo on the bedside table. You can see that it's a picnic photo, but with black scribbles on it. There is this door near your bedroom, but it's locked and you cannot interact with it. You look at your reflection in the mirror. You're a normal smiling guy, and you live in a liminal space apparently. After you pick something to eat from the fridge, you have to watch TV. After a while, you notice that it's night and you decide to go to sleep. Before getting up from the couch, the character looks the window, like as if to check that there is no one outside, and the front door is blocked by some wooden planks. When you go to sleep, you dream about this white place that seems to be someone's house. You repeat this cycle for 3 times, and every time something is different, weirder than before. Your reflection changes and it seems to be someone behind you here. The third night you dream about this blonde girl, but she has no face and no eyes. You wake up, but it's still nighttime. A voice from the TV is telling you to let her go, and a girl with black hair is watching you from outside the window. Who do you have to let go? The black-haired girl or the blonde one? There is some jump scare with the same girl just after this. In your bedroom, you wake up again, but your house is glitching. You have to repeat the 2 usual tasks: eat and watch TV. This time the words are glitched and cursed. On the TV screen, the message "Wake up" appears, and you get a new task: don't open the door. At this point, you can actually ignore the door and go to sleep, if you choose so. You wake up in a dark room with 2 photos of the 2 different girls, one with the writing missing on it. You then get jump scared by the blonde one, with a distorted face and eyes, and the game ends. So the guy you play as kidnapped not 1 but 2 girls. One is a projection of your mind. Both of the girls are real and the blonde one is from your past. I don't know at this point. This was the truth ending. You can also choose to open that door that was previously locked. If you do this, you see that the door leads to a basement. Here you find the original picnic photo, reading the blonde girl's name, Claire, and a letter from her leaving you, telling you that the things aren't working out. You open another door in front of you, and inside there is the girl with black hair, telling you that it's all okay and to go to sleep. The final image in the ending is the protagonist looking happy on his bed with the corpse of this unknown woman laying next to him. This is the denial ending. But denial of what? I tried to think about some theories. And if Claire is your ex-girlfriend that broke up with you, who is the other girl? Is she real or imaginary? Maybe she's a substitute that the protagonist created in his head after the breakup. But why in the denial ending she's dead? And what does the jump scare mean in the truth ending? The lore seems to be confusing. I don't know what the original story is, what the creator of the map tried to tell you with this game. This is the most elaborate map of the video for sure, but still some things don't seem clear to me. In conclusion, the only game that really originated from the dark web here is Set Satan. The others are still inspired by scary stories from the web, which have become famous recently. Some maps, unfortunately, were not well made, and the gaming experience was not at all disturbing. Others instead were able to create a minimum of tension. The game that intrigued me the most is Lacey Games, published on YouTube as an old Flash game from 2006, but with very dark underlying themes. The Severance is not inspired by any other existing game, but it remains an interesting experience, even if the lore is a bit intricate. Among some ridiculous maps, I found some pretty decent games, nothing exceptional but still. I decided to talk about this theme because I recently started playing Roblox after hearing about games like Dress Ring Press and Fashion Diva. Hope you found this argument interesting and let me know what you think. See you soon!